What's good? What's good? What's good? It's another week, so that means it's another episode of PD&J. What's good today? I'm your host Jay.
Ain't nothing but a PD&J party in his pocket. What's up, folks?
Another week,
Another show.
and here we go. Let's go straight into it. A lot of current events that's been going on lately. First of all, let's talk about New York, Brooklyn to be exact. Salute to all the families that's affected by that. Our condolences go out to you. I'm glad that everybody was able to survive that horrific tragedy because that's what it was. It's a complete tragedy of what happened.
Yeah, first I want to say shout out to my family. I have family that are all over New York. I hope all of you were safe and none of you were around when that was going on. Look, man, and I know we know how to handle business too, but you know what? I'm going to say this. What the hell, black people? We're trying to catch up. I mean, for years and years, it's been the white folks doing this crazy stuff.
Crazy.
Now the black folks starting to do it.
Listen, and the thing about it, I want to know. We bring this topic up a lot, in regards to his mental psyche and his focus at that point.
I'm going to say this before we get any further. That man looked crazy. He looked crazy. I'm sorry, he looked crazy.
What does crazy look like?
Like him. I'm sorry. That man was my neighbor. I had hey, Mr. Charles. Could look like a Charles, don't he? Look like Charles.
Oh my Lord,
Mr. Charles, I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Charlie.
we're not doing that. But that is just. I mean, can you imagine being there at that time when that was like literally going on? Can you imagine the horror? I mean,
It goes on in your mind.
The terror.
It's scary to think about that. But here's another thing I want to talk about, though. Something that nobody, and you may not have realized too. The man that reported him was a Hajib.
Okay.
And nobody nowhere give him his credit. He's the one that saw the guy come off the subway, kind of was strange, called the police, and that's when they got him because of him. So he didn't get any play. Nobody said anything about him. Now, if it was, here's my hypothesis on it. If it was any minority, y'all wouldn't have got any play. But if it was Karen, Ken, Catherine, Peter, John, James, oh, it would have been all over the news. They would have been interviewing you and everything. Just might say so, but at least he wasn't shot. He was taken in handcuffs.
What they get? They got him.
Oh yeah, they got him.
Okay. I've been busy all day
Yeah, they got
today.
him. They got him. It didn't take long. It didn't take, but they got him.
Did they find him back in Philly?
No, he was still in New York.
Okay.
He was still in New York. But now they have no idea why he did it. Like I said, Charlie, you look kind of, Charlie Murphy.
Well, folks, we do have our comment section open. If you have anything to say about this, definitely comment on our comments page. We have a lot to discuss today, folks. A lot to discuss today.
Now, and then also, you know what we're talking about, man? Every week, it's always, now it's every week there seems to be a shooting. I'm just gonna come out there. Every week it's some sort of mass shooting somewhere involving something, and we don't bring it up all the time. But this one, it hit New York, it hit family. So that's why this one came out. So there are exceptions to our not bringing up this stuff. It was family. Families in New York. I want to make sure y'all are okay. I'm quite sure a lot of y'all still in shock and y'all been keeping together, staying prayed up, laid up, dayed up, all that good stuff. So, you know, I'm hoping all of you are safe. And stayed safe during it all.
And yeah, to my family in New York, definitely reach out if there's anything going on. I want to make sure that everybody is okay. But yeah, definitely a lot. You know what I want to talk about, Pocket? Now, this did happen a while ago, but it's coming to light now. A lady in Texas that goes to Texas University When she graduated high school valedictorian, top of her class. That's what the calculation says. Well, apparently,
You have to mention something.
and she's of color. Um, Now, here's the thing about it. They recalculated her GPA. Okay. Apparently now, supposedly, what happened? They stripped her of her valedictorianship. Here's the problem with them. When you graduate valedictorian, there's certain funding that you are allocated that goes towards your schooling, further your education, scholarships, grants, different things of that nature. So what happened when they stripped her of her valedictorianship, they stripped her of her funding as well. After they are the ones that made the mistake to begin with. Let's just point that out. They were the ones that made the mistake. Well, the good news of this story, and this is why I want to bring this up. The good news of this story is that through different funding sources, she's graduating this year from Texas University, and her funding is paid for. So she's graduating with no student debt. That's a great thing, and I just need to bring that up. For that,
that's huge. That's huge. Wait for people to step up. Wait for people to step up. I like to say I'm not going to comment, but you know I am.
Go right ahead. There's nothing bad that you can say. I mean,
yeah, there's one thing I can say is
there's a lot. Let me recant that. There's a lot.
There's a whole lot knowing me I can say. I'm just going to say this. It's Texas, and I'm not surprised.
Okay. Meaning?
That's just all I'm going to say.
I mean, you got to elaborate on that.
All right, so here's the thing. Now, all my Texas people, don't get your feelings hurt when I say this, but y'all are not necessarily the kindest to black people. I'm going to start with the Cowboys. Jerry Jones. You can't tell me that he would be the guy that had a couple of them good old boys working for him back in the day. Back in the 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 1300s. He was like, we didn't get you to 1492. Shut up. I know what I'm talking about. Jerry Jones.
I mean, but there is something good that came out of it.
Because you know why? And here's my thing. I wouldn't doubt that her teachers were behind the GoFundMe. I would not doubt it. Because I said, how are you going to deny her? Because of her color? Oh no, we're in Texas. We ain't having this. She earned it.
But okay.
Because think about it. Who did they give it to? They didn't give it to anybody, did they?
Well, okay, so I know we play the race card a lot because it does play a factor.
No, we don't play the race card. The race card is played. We just elaborate.
Okay, so
that's what you got.
Okay, so even if we elaborate, let me ask you this. Just to be devil's advocate, do you really honestly think race played a factor into this one, though?
I'm going to be heaven's advocate, not devil's advocate. I'm going to say yes, it did. You can't tell me it didn't. Think about it. Why, after somebody's already in college, are you going to sit there and go back and recalculate? Wait a minute, let's make sure she really got valedictorian. After she already got the receipts, now all of a sudden you're going to go back and say, let's go back and take a look at this. You know who that reminds me of? You know what that reminds me of.
Go ahead.
The election was rigged.
Oh, shit.
Let's go back and recalculate.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And I'm going to leave it at that.
Here we go. Well, folks.
Oh, and guess what? He's a good friend of Jerry Jones.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, folks, we do have a couple of bills we do got to go pay real quick. So just stay tuned. Rock with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, you. Me? Yes, you. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Hell yeah! GLM Designs can help you with just that. Word? From laptop skins? You lying! Promotional flyers? Yo, son! Promo videos? I need that! OBS Twitch overlays and backgrounds. Hey, yo, let me get that! Professional one-sheets and so much more. Oh my god. Please visit our website, I'm on it right now. GottaLoveMeWorld.com today to check out our designs. Get it! Follow us on social media at Gotta Love Me World. Follow it! GLM Designs are here to take care of all your graphic needs.
What's good, folks? What's good? Welcome back. It's a brand new week, so guess what? It's a brand new show of PD&J. What's good today? I'm your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, Pocket. You know what, Jay? Aren't we live?
We are live.
We're live.
We're live.
What y'all got to say about it? So as you know, we were just talking about, Texas, Jerry Jones and his buddy.
This guy right here.
And his buddy.
This guy right here.
Oh, I'm not Jerry Jones' buddy. If I was,
This guy
trust
right
me,
here.
if I was, I still wouldn't like the Cowboys. I'm just saying.
Oh, wow.
There's nothing about the Cowboys I like. They talk about the hole in the stadium is for God to take a shining light, or somebody take a giant, big old. All right, I'm not gonna go there.
Let's not go there. Anyway, so moving on. Also in current events, I'm not the one that wants to bring this up, folks, but it has to be talked about. What we call the Oscar scandal, I guess. Now, do you think, Pocket, and I want to start off with you, do you think it's fair that Will Smith got stripped, or not so much stripped, but banned from the Oscars for the next 10 years, or banned from the Academy, period, for the next 10 years?
No, that ties into a whole lot. They stripped Will. Did they strip Harvey Weinstein?
Did he win an Oscar?
Oh, he's won quite a few.
Okay.
Did they strip him? Did they? Comments, tell me. Did they? I already know the answer, and you don't know what you don't want to know where I'm going because you love the Oscars. I don't watch them mother lovers. I don't watch any award show. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. First black person to win an Oscar, Hattie McDaniel. Wasn't allowed to the dinner because she was black. Died in debt. Wasn't allowed to be buried in Hollywood Cemetery because she was black. But black people were hollering because, hey, Will Smith got his due. I mean, Chris Rock got his due. Will Smith got what he deserved. You know who actually deserved something? It would be his wife. Because of her is what he did. That's all I'm going to say about it. So do I think justice was served? Hell no, justice wasn't served. You owe black people for what you did to Hattie.
Now, you still didn't answer my question in regards to him being banned for the next 10 years.
Oh, I did. I answered it by saying 10 years ain't worth it. She had a lifetime where she went in debt and couldn't go to the dinner with the people when she won an Oscar. So you're telling me banning Will Smith, you're doing justice? You didn't ban him, Harvey Weinstein, and did anybody know his scandal with kids?
Well, here's the thing.
I forgot. Hollywood, that's what y'all about, messing with them kids. Think about Disney. Think about all the Disney kids growing up, how screwed up they were in the head after being with Disney. Think about the Nickelodeon kids. Think iCarly, wasn't it? iCarly show.
Britney Spears, shit.
iCarly. I'm just going to keep saying it because you know why? People felt so uncomfortable. Go back and look at the YouTube videos and interviews of the kids. They felt so uncomfortable behind that producer because he was a molester. I'm just going to come out and say it. They're all over Hollywood. So they're more proud of kicking a black man, banning him for 10 years, than they are banning somebody that's been molesting kids and corrupting the children, our youth in Hollywood. If I sound passionate, you're damn right I am. I sound passionate. There's no justice served. And then I hate to say it, they accomplished another thing too. Congratulations, black people. You split yourselves. You split yourselves. What I mean, half of you for Chris Rock, half of you for Will Smith. You know what you should have did? Shouldn't have taken a side and backed off.
That part. I mean, that is something that I would agree with you on. I didn't have to say so in it. I don't have an opinion on what happened in regards to that. But as far as dividing black people in regards on how you just put that does make sense because you do have one side, well, Chris Rock deserved it, the other side, well, Chris Rock this, that, and everything else, when it shouldn't even be that way when we're all trying to unite to begin with. Period.
So the conspiracy of the conspiracy is y'all fell for it. That's what the conspiracy is. You fell for it. You fell for the okie doke, the rope-a-dope. You fell for it. All y'all had to do was just not say anything like, well, you know what's happened, but turn your attention towards Jada Pinkett Smith. That's where everything should have went to. That's who needs to be facing something. Because she didn't even back her own husband. After she gave him the side eye to do something, she didn't even back him.
He still laughed though.
I don't care. I laugh too, goddamn it. Alopecia ain't that serious. Lucretia got alopecia.
Wow. Okay, folks. Again, that didn't come from me. That came from him.
You don't like it? I don't care. That's how I feel. How I feel is real.
So, what else is going on in current topics? Oh, yeah. Speaking about the last thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to the Will Smith, Chris Rock thing. Did you hear what Chris Rock said?
My man said the right thing. He's like, you know what?
I don't want to talk about it.
Till I get paid.
I don't want to talk about it.
But you know what? He ain't going after Will Smith. You know who you're going after, right? The Oscars. Smart black man. Don't go after Will Smith because it ain't his fault that happened.
So it's completely 100% on the Oscars on why. And okay, well, let's talk.
You put that man in danger.
Let's talk about it.
Where was the security at? Where's the security at the Oscars? That's at the music awards.
That's Will Smith.
Where's the security at the Oscars? That's at the music awards. You go to the music awards, you can't pan a camera without seeing security. Not at the Oscars. You know why? Pan the crowd. Tell me what you see. You see a bunch of periods at the end of sentences. That's how scattered the black people are. Brown people too. So you see? That's what I'm going to say. The Oscars is just a way for the good old boys to celebrate themselves. That's what it really was born to, until they realize that, damn.
If that's the case, then all the award shows are like that.
Oh, they are, except for one. Thank God. Actually, two. The Image Awards, the BET Awards.
The BET Awards kind of got watered down a little bit.
I haven't seen it. I'm just
see.
I tried to give us two, and he took it away. See, he took it away.
It's been watered down. Like,
this guy.
I would give you the Soul Train Award.
They still have them?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Man, they really have this?
Yeah, they do. And
wow.
Yeah, last year was pretty dope.
I don't even know what to say to that. Like they still have bro.
Last year's was pretty dope, bro.
I know. Actually, you know what? I forgot the Soul Awards. That they can't take that from us. Or was it Spirit Awards or Soul Awards? Something. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The
Essence Awards.
No, the gospel thing. Come on, y'all, help me out. Y'all know what I'm called. They're making me look bad here.
You're making yourself look bad right now, bro.
I'm gonna find out. I think it's called Soul. The gospel.
I'm waiting on. Yeah, we're gonna wait on Pockets to find that information out because I don't know what this man is talking about right now. Talking about the Spirit. You got the Image Awards. You got the Essence Awards with the Essence Festival, which is
Stellar Awards. That's what it's called. Stellar Awards.
So how did you go from? That was completely off from where you was going.
No, it wasn't, because you think about it. When you think about gospel music, when you think about how it hits you in your what? Your spirit. That's why I went Spirit Awards. But yeah, Stellar Awards. That's what I was trying to say. So we still got the Stellar Awards. We still got the Image Awards. No, you can take your dang BET Awards, since they took that from us.
What?
They took it. What you just said? We ain't got it no more, so they took it.
I mean, the BET Awards, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, with the BET Awards, we still have them, but it's not the same.
All right, so here's what I need to do. Y'all need to tell me when these awards are going on, and I'm gonna try.
Here's the thing.
I'm going to attempt.
If memory serves me correct, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong or not, I believe VH1 has bought BET, or they merged together.
No, so all right. The story behind that is VH1 and MTV are
one,
and BET. However, because of monopoly rules, they're operated separately.
Okay. But they got their hands in the cookie jar, though.
Now,
that's the point that I'm trying to say.
You're going to love this. Radio One owns it all. Radio One is owned by Kathy Hughes. Kathy Hughes is one of the most powerful black women in the entertainment industry.
But they got their hand in the cookie jar.
Well, they always want to.
Okay. So it kind of.
Did you forget the pudding?
Like BET as a channel isn't the same anymore. Let's talk about that, folks. How is BET not the same for us? Like we don't have BET cut no more.
I'm gonna openly
the
admit
Basement was supposed to make a comeback, and I'm still waiting on that to happen.
But here's the thing. This is why I ain't got nothing to say with the music TV shows. They're bringing back Making the Band. What the really? Really? Making the Band? Somebody give me a piece of cheesecake. Come on, somebody go give me a piece of cheesecake. I wish.
On that note, we'll be right back, folks.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back. It's a brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I'm your host, Jay.
Ain't nothing but a PD&J party. And I'm Pocket. That's right. We're having a party today. We're having when I say a party, I mean open discussions. We talked about awards. We were talking about the scandalousness of the Oscars.
There's a lot that's going on, folks.
Way too much.
A lot that we can't even cover. Right now, we're going into sports. What's going on in sports right now?
Baseball season has started. I'm just going to say that. But that's all we're going to talk about as far as baseball. But most importantly, the playing games have started for basketball. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to even surpass that. What city are we in?
Arizona.
We're in the city of Arizona?
We're in the city of Arizona now, I'm playing, folks. Phoenix.
So what does that mean? The number one overall seed in the NBA was located where?
In Phoenix.
In the Valley of the
Sun.
And Coach of the Year two years in a row was
Monty Williams.
Now, I will reserve and say, proud of him to win it, but I still say my surprise team that should have gotten it is Memphis. I know why they didn't get it, because they kind of slumped near the end of the season, which is fine. They slumped near the end of the season. I do believe that
still got number one though.
You got number one. You had number one last year.
Yeah, go ahead.
And you made it to the final.
You okay there? Woo. You okay there?
I had a phoenix caught in my throat.
No, I'm going to choke to myself. Do that again.
Oh, we heard that word, right? I didn't say it. He said it.
Anywho.
But anyway, New York, y'all can stand up. Brooklyn, I mean, they showed the thing last night. So let's see how they do against Boston. That's my question. How will they do against the Celtics?
Now, who do you have taken?
You know what?
Let's do it like this.
Honestly, I think it's gonna be a repeat. It could be a repeat of last year's finals. It really could. It really could. Because right now, who's stopping Milwaukee? They're clicking at the right time. They're doing what the Bulls used to do. They just coasted all season. Then at the right time, they turned it on. Now Boston could surprise us too. They've been the hottest team in the NBA. But do you really think they're gonna get past Brooklyn? Well, Boston. I think it's gonna be tough. I think that could be a 7-game series.
That's a 7-game series.
That's a 7-game series. Just because Brooklyn got two of the best players in the NBA. Kyrie is honestly the healthiest player right now. He's the one to watch. I mean, he only played, 20 games? Everybody else played like 82. So, he's got the healthiest legs. He's got the healthiest body coming in. So don't be surprised if he's the MVP of the playoffs. What do y'all think about that?
I think you're absolutely right in regards to it being a repeat. But the only difference this year is that I think Phoenix could win. I think Phoenix can beat Milwaukee in the 7-game series.
So did the odds makers last year.
There's something that's different this year in that Phoenix Suns team.
I don't see anything different. Only thing I see is actually no, I take that back.
There's
what
a
I do
lot
see
that's different.
it's not a lot different. The only thing I see is more consistency. They got to see how good they are without Chris Paul. They got to see how good they are without Chris Paul, and they got to see DeAndre Ayton mature a little bit more. Now I don't know if it's because of the contract year or what, but he got better. He did get better, but is he good enough to stop Giannis? That's your issue. Who can stop him?
That's where they brought McGee in, and McGee can't necessarily stop him by himself. But that boy, if there's a way that we can be able to have McGee and Ayton on the court at the same damn time,
that's the thing though. This year, if you go back and look at Giannis's numbers, the difference. If you look at it, flat numbers, points per game, rebounds, blah 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 blah, it looks the same. But now, when you go back and look at his shot chart. He's hitting outside. He's hitting a perimeter game now. He's doing a mid-range. This is what people are afraid of. This man getting a mid-range. And he's been working with Kyle Korver, among other shooting coaches. So now he's got a better mid-range this year. And going forward, that's what's going to make them more dangerous.
There's no doubt about that. But again, JaVale McGee is on his way of getting 4 rings. If he wins it this year, every team that he's played on, he's gotten a ring. He can get a ring with the Suns. That's the X factor, in my opinion.
That's not an X factor for me. That's not.
Okay.
You had Jay Crowder, who won a ring.
Jay Crowder's still on the team.
Yeah, but what did he do last year? He was on the team last year. So you're telling me just bringing in JaVale McGee is going to make a big difference?
It's a big. In my opinion, it's a big difference. In my opinion, it's a big overall chemistry makeup. Like when you look at it overall, it's a big difference in my opinion.
So here's the thing I did. I didn't mention one player. One player. For purpose, I want to see if you stuck with that. But the difference this year for Milwaukee, they have Drew Holiday healthier this year. They had him for what? Most of last year they had him, like for the most part. But this year, now he's really integrated himself on this team. He was the X factor, if you think, against Chris Paul. He wore Chris Paul down. And then that gave a chance for Middleton and everyone else to catch up. Now, all of a sudden, you're looking at this team. That's why I said it's going to be a repeat of last year. Now, was it going to be a full repeat where Milwaukee goes out and they lose game 1 and then does a gentleman sweep? I don't know.
Do you think Brooklyn can get past Milwaukee?
No. Nope.
Not at all.
Nope. Brooklyn can get past. They have a chance to get past Boston. Have a chance. And the reason why I say that, because of Durant and Irving. However, Boston was the number 1 defense all year. So what do we usually see? The top 3 defenses, what ends up happening is top 3 defenses, they always kind of end up in the conference finals.
Yeah.
And then, like last year, the top 2 of the top 5 defenses were battling for the title.
I will say this though. Memphis, watch out for Memphis.
Well, I've been saying that all year. I've been saying it for a while.
Hey, Memphis is dogging right now. They are dogging right now.
And here's another thing to think about. Utah slumping.
Yeah, badly at the wrong time. Wrong time.
And I wanted to bring this up. I mean, Quinn Snyder may be gone.
Well, I read an article that they fired Frank Vogel from the
yeah, they did that. They had him. They fired him without even telling him. They let him.
What's worse, getting fired without being told that you got fired, or showing up and your key card's not working again to the facility?
Well, actually, remember a couple of years ago, who was it?
The coach from New York.
No, not coach. The player, Jamal Adams. Remember? He wouldn't use the key card to get into the Jets facility, and it wasn't working. He's like, "Oh, damn! Did I get traded?" Come to find out, he did get traded. A few weeks later, he got traded. But I was like, that made me think of that. I was like, man, how are you going to? Now, mind you, was he a scapegoat for the Lakers? No, I think he was part of the problem. You use almost 60 lineups, different starting lineup. Your rotations, nobody even knew.
Trying to keep it fresh.
Yeah, that really works, huh? Let me know last time a team. Can somebody actually find this stat? I'm not even gonna look it up myself. I want to see who can find this. What was what was the last team that had about 50 lineup changes during a season and made the playoffs?
None. I can tell you that right now. And current, and we could go back 10, 20 years, none.
Because you got to have consistency. He had no consistency with his lineups. Now, the drawback of that, reason why I brought up Quinn Snyder, which you fed right into it. Quinn Snyder already said, after the way they treated Frank Vogel, ain't no damn way I'm going to LA. So you know what LA needs to do? They need to get rid of Pelinka. Huh. If you want a decent chance of getting a decent coach and a decent team, get rid of Pelinka. I'm telling you. That's the best thing you can do for your team. He has no idea what he's doing. He thinks he's playing NBA 2K.
That's an interesting fact. That's an interesting fact. Folks, stick around. Be right back.
Who's ready for some fun? Who enjoys a podcast where the host speaks about what's on their minds and doesn't hold back? PD&J, What's Good Today, is an open format podcast hosted by Pocket and J-Dub the King. Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about music. Let's just have an interesting conversation. If you have any topics for us to discuss, email pdnjmediaproductionsllc@gmail.com. Tune in to PD&J What's Good Today every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube Live at J-Dub the King.
We're back. That commercial still goes hard. I love that commercial. Shout out to GLM Graphics for putting together all of our content as far as our promo content. We love you. Salute to you. Anyway, here we go, folks. If you do like all the content that you're hearing today, definitely hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button located right about, about right here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let us know that you're following us. We're almost at our goal as far as subscribers on YouTube. So make sure you follow us on YouTube at PD&J Media Productions. And also, if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, even you want to be a guest on our panel here, hit us up at info@pdnjmediaproductions.com. We look at all your emails. We look at all your comments. We just want to say salute and shout out to everybody that's paying attention and that's watching.
And also, this is a big week for the welterweight division of boxing. Should I say it again? I'm going to say it again. This is a big week for the welterweight division of boxing. We got a unification bout, the one we've been waiting for, kind of, because it gets us to the nitty-gritty. Earl the Truth Spence Jr. against Yordanis Ugas from Cuba. Unification for 3 belts. WBA, WBC, IBF. And then, the palate gets even tastier for the next fight. Why am I excited? Because we're getting closer. And also I'm excited what's happening. I don't know if you realize this, man, in boxing. There was a tweet sent out. Now, here's the thing. I don't have a Twitter. We all know that. I have Instagram. So on Instagram, the tweet came out. This is it from Errol Spence Jr. He said, PBC, who he fights under, the brand he fights under, better than you lose the L off the word lover. Put it together. That's another fighter that's taking his own into perspective, meaning I want to make fights. I'm tired of people saying I'm ducking people. I'm tired of this happening. So that means the boxers are taking ownership of their lives. Now, my whole thing is I always say this. When you're just like us, we're boxers starting out, you kind of got to come under a brand. You got to have somebody to bring you along so you can get the fights that you want. And then after a certain while, you kind of get to the point where, well, I want to fight so-and-so. Well, the money not right. Well, the money's not right for you, or is it not right for me? I'll fight for pennies on the dollar. I want the fight. And that's what's happening with the boxers. They're tired of people calling them ducks and quacks and and talk, oh, you scared to fight so and so. So now you're seeing it where the boxers are trying to take control again of boxing, which means boxing is getting to be reigned over number one again.
Do you think that this brings a comeback in the boxing? As far as back to the mainstream prize fights, like
you think about it.
Consistent prize fights, not like the heavyweights like we've been seeing, like the Wilder, Fury, shit, stuff like that. I'm talking about like the big prize, like consistency.
Here's the thing. What we're seeing now is what we've been asking for. You're getting a unification in the lightweight division between Devin Haney and George Kambosos. You're getting Errol Spence doing what he said he was going to do years ago. What he say? I want to get all 3 belts under PBC, and then I'm going to get that other strap. He's doing what he said he was going to do. Now, mind you, the casual fan says he's ducking, Bud. He's ducking Bud. He's not ducking him. He's doing what he said he was going to do. Now, mind you, unfortunately, it was unfortunate he had the car accident where he survived. He had the torn retina, or detached retina, which he survived. The man is building his legacy. He's getting the money. He's building his legacy. Devin Haney's taking a pay cut because Kambosos thought he was trying to be cool. He tried to say, I'm only going to pay you so-and-so amount and see if you take it. He didn't think Devin Haney was going to fly out there, fight him for that money. And now he is. Now he's trying to sit there and insult him. First of all, black men have been insulted all their lives, if you think about it. So calling him a boy and all that other stuff ain't going to do nothing but just secure your butt whooping.
Keep on campaigning, you're going to get elected eventually.
Yeah, exactly. So now he's fighting in your home soil in Australia. Okay, he said, I'll come to your house. I'll come to your house and whoop your behind. And after that, it's a 3-fight contract, so you got to fight him again. And then the third fight is the guy he's been chasing for a while, Lomachenko. So we're getting the fights we've been fiending to see. And here's the thing, though. So we got this fight now, and then we've got Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez, another fight we've been wanting.
I've been wanting that fight.
And then we got coming up in May.
And here's the reason why, just to
Go.
Here's the reason why I'm a big Shakur Stevenson fan. That's not that boy can. Woo! That boy's boxing skills is phenomenal. Now, Valdez, also a great fighter, legit fighter. Here's the thing. I want to see the past couple of fights, Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion, it's been tune-up fights. He hasn't seen, in my opinion, his true competition. Now, this Valdez fight will test that. I guarantee it will.
Here's what I want to say about Stevenson. If you look at him, all he does is take steps up. And what he said was, this is a legacy fight. I don't care about the money's coming. Let me build my legacy. Who does that remind me? If anybody, and I know my niece is probably watching, if anybody is a boxing fanatic, you understand that before there was Money Mayweather, there was Pretty Boy. And Pretty Boy was bloodthirsty. He hunted for the big fights. That's what we're seeing out of Shakur Stevenson. Not saying he's on the same path, because I don't think he's going to do the same thing that Money did. I don't think.
I hope not.
Well, the thing is,
I hope not.
And what I mean by that is
nothing to disrespect Floyd. You did what you got to do. Money Mayweather is who you are. No disrespect.
And here's the thing. I think I said, and people always say, "Well, Floyd did this. Floyd done this." You got to remember when he was building his legacy. Go back and look and see how many boxers beat many champions as Floyd. Go back and then come back and then tell me that same thing. If you think Floyd wasn't any good, you think he was as a duck. Go back and see what he did as Pretty Boy. Look at what he built his legacy to become Money. Look at the fight. Look at how he picked apart people. He was the ultimate body puncher. And what I mean by that is he used the body to keep you off of him. If you understand the Bruce Lee phrase, and this is very loosely thrown out among other content creators, swim without getting wet. Floyd was the master of it. He knew how to swim. He would tap you. And then he would say that you would come in, he stopped you by hitting to the body. What happened to get hit to the body? Obviously you won't stop because you ain't good. Ain't no way you're gonna keep coming. I can hit you in the face, you're gonna keep coming. I hit you in the stomach, in the solar plexus, you're gonna think twice. You're gonna think twice. Even the third time. All right, well, maybe I need to just let me try and hit you from back here. And guess what? His hand-eye coordination, he can see the punches coming. That's the swim without getting wet. Swim. Oh, whoops, nope, you missed. That's swim without getting wet.
Now, yeah, I can't wait for that Shakira Steven Valdez fight. That's going to be a big fight.
And then you got coming up Tyson Fury against Dillian White. People are saying, boo. No, that is a good test because Fury just came off a trilogy of a lifetime. I want to see what it did to him.
Do you think
what it did to him?
Do you think Wilder's done?
The suspension's over.
Do you think he's done?
He could be. He's earned it. 11 title defenses. Taking on anybody that said they wanted to fight. Giving people a chance that nobody else would give a chance.
Do you think he goes up there as one of the echelons of the top?
Oh, definitely. There's no doubt about it. He's a Hall of Famer. There's no question.
Okay.
There's no question. He's the Hall of Famer.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Because some would say that trilogy defined his career.
It did.
It literally defined his career.
People got to realize he made Tyson Fury's career. Nobody's going to give Tyson Fury a shot. He told him, I quote, while Tyson Fury's out, you clean yourself out, I'll give you a chance so nobody else will. That was his words, and he did it. He lived to it. So people always want to talk about his resume. What about his resume? When everybody wanted to step up to him, he took him out. Except for one.
Well, folks, that wraps up sports. We'll be right back.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. It's a brand new episode of PD&J What's Good Today. I'm your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, Pocket. We were just finished wrapping up sports, talking about the wonderful world of boxing. You know what? Let's take a look at something last week. So we put out, we were having a special guest. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we didn't have that guest. So we wanted to apologize. We did put it out there, and I know some people were looking forward to having that person on. And
we are looking at rescheduling some things. Scheduling is kind of hectic right now. But as soon as we can be able to get that scheduling taken care of, we do plan on bringing that guest back on.
Oh my gosh, you said something that just brought me. You said planning. June 25th.
Oh, yeah.
June 25th. Did I say June 25th?
You said
June 25th at the Elks Lodge. What's going on?
We got Rock the Mic Showcase that's cracking off right here in Phoenix, Arizona. Any local comedians, spoken word, R&B, you name it, holla at me, get you on the set, get you going, make sure everything is nice and right for you.
And I promise I might even have my hat that night. Don't want to miss that.
Definitely don't want to miss that.
But go and have a good laugh, have a good couple of drinks, relax, because we know we all need an out. And comedy is number one out. That's how we can get through things. Have you ever been stressed and then you watch a comedy show or go watch a Netflix special or something like that, and you feel so much better after getting that laughter out? It helps relieve. It helps bring the positive energy into you. That's what we're trying to do right now. We're trying to celebrate being alive, celebrate being over COVID, so to speak. Now we know it's still around, but why not get out and party with people you don't even know? Bump elbows with. Well,
oh
you
my
gotta say
God.
three. So you gotta say.
You don't make it sound that much appealing to the folks that are COVID freaked out right now. Still,
you know what, y'all motherfuckers. See, you almost made me go there. If you're still freaked out about COVID,
here's my take on it, folks. It's not going nowhere, okay? It's really not. It's just a matter of maintaining yourself, maintaining your health, maintaining your hygiene.
It's being smart about it.
Just be smart about it, folks. If you are, I'm not going to say I'm pro-vaccine. I'm not going to tell you go out and get vaccinated because that's not my thing. To each its own, but be safe about it. Be cautious about it.
All I'm saying is, I'll say this. I can't tell you, but I am fully vaccinated. There's health problems that run around. Hell, I tell you, I'm type 2 diabetic. I'll be the first one to say it. So I want to make sure I'm still alive for my kids at least for a few more years. And I don't want to lose my life because of some stupid disease that I could have gotten a shot for. Yeah, there's conspiracies about it. I don't care your conspiracy about that. I'll make sure I protected me and mine. You do how you want to do. I'm not going to not talk to you because you're not vaccinated. I can give a crap less. I've got friends that are. That doesn't make them not my friends. I don't. My opinion on it, I don't care if you're vaccinated. Just make sure you make the smart decision for you. If you're around people all the time, it may not be smart not to be vaccinated. That's all I'm going to say. It may not be smart.
Anywho, June 25th, Phoenix, Arizona, at the Elks Lodge, Rock the Mic Comedy Showcase. Definitely come and check this out.
Yes, most definitely. You know, one thing, I want to go back to New York. I want to talk about something.
Okay.
I want to go to Baltimore, too. I'm going to come down Baltimore. I'm going to make come Pratt Street. And I'm going to come around there, too. Okay. Lieutenant Governor. Y'all had no idea. He didn't even know I was coming in with this. Everybody is so pro-Democrat, so pro-Republican, Republican, I say, right? Everybody's so pro that. I'm going to tell you right now why you can't pick a side. Because
I'm so glad you brought this up.
Republicans are said to not be for black people, right?
I'm so glad you
All right, we can shake our heads on that. That's what it said, right? So there's conspiracies going on, briberies and money laundering going on in New York. It was going on in Baltimore, but they weren't Republicans, people. They were Democrat. So as much as y'all want to talk about the Republicans, you might, like they always say, you point one finger. How many are pointing back in? Can you tell me that real quick? How many?
I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm gonna keep it all the way above. Salute, True. I see you. I'm just gonna say it like this. When it comes down to it, I'm not going to pick a side whether I'm Democrat or if I'm Republican or whatever case may be. I'm just going to say it like this. Our bird for our country is what? The eagle, right?
He's bald.
But it's still the eagle.
Oh my gosh. Do you think he has alopecia? Do you think the bald eagle has alopecia and that's why he's bald? Chris Rock, screw you, man.
Here's what all I'm going to say is this. Damn, you almost made me forget my point. I don't like you right now. When it comes down to it, you get both. You got the right wing, you got the left wing. Both wings, you need them. You need both wings to fly and be able to soar. So why pick a damn side, man? Why does one side? And when you think about it, a lot of them of what they. A lot of places of what they talk about, their policies, of what they stand on, is pretty much all generally still the same. It's just that one side wants to have their name on it versus the other side. It's all still the same, though.
So you know what? Here's
yep, there I go. I'm going to I went there.
So here's what I'll say. And you laughed about this when I said it, but now you understand why I said it. There are two parties. It's Republican and Dempublican.
Dempublican?
Meaning I'm Republican with Democratic tendencies. I'm a Democrat with Republican tendencies. There is no left or right anymore. Like you said, you need both to work. The eagle can't fly without two wings. A bird can't fly without two wings, period. The alopecia eagle can't fly without two wings either.
There you go.
So therefore, you got to balance each other. But that's why I'm saying, it hates me. I hear people talking about, oh, Republicans, they don't want to do nothing for it. That wall. Honestly, that wall is one of the best things you can do.
For what?
You don't know why? Come on, man. So you take a body of water, right? You put it right by the wall, and you can go up to the top
and jump. You stupid. Okay, so we do have a comment.
I see that.
I'm
glad you brought it up.
Why the Republic just called for a black man to be lynched, though?
Why the Democrats have been doing it for years.
I would love to see this exchange back and forth because
Democrats have been doing it for years. So you can't. That's why I said you can't sit there and say, y'all want to talk about the Republicans are doing in the light. The Democrats are doing it in the dark.
Still come to light. Here's the thing, though. A lot of people, and this is my whole thing about the Democratic Party that I did not like when I was doing my research here, because I do my research, especially when I vote. I take a lot of research.
Wait, stop. Rewind. Say that again. I don't think they heard that.
When I do go to vote, I do research on who I'm going to vote for or who I'm not going to vote for, period. One reason why I'm not one of those that pick a party is because in doing research on the Democrats, do you know the first Democratic president campaigned to say that they were going to free the slaves, right? Slavery got freed in the North or however, but
under a Republican.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The first Democrat that became president did not free his slaves. So how can you campaign on that, but you don't want to free your own slaves? I can't stand for a party that's just it's just fabricated on lies. It's just fabricated on lies. The fact that we just passed the anti-lynching bill, he has to be.
So you think that anti-lynching bill actually is a good bill? Go look at it in detail, and then come back and
No, I'm glad that they finally passed it.
They passed it, but there's ramifications to it. Go back and look at it. It's anti-lynching with an asterisk. I'm telling you, the reason why, first of all, the lynching came from the Democrats to begin with. So what they're saying is, you know what? We're going to stop lynching y'all now. We're done. That's really what they're saying. We're done. We're done. Lynching didn't come from the Republicans. Go back and look at your history. It did not start with Republicans. It didn't. It didn't start with that. The Democrats wanted to keep slaves. They didn't want to free them. The Republicans freed them with again, an asterisk. So again, like we just said, the left and the right need each other.
And I agree. And so,
that's a key right there. Yes, we are all still slaves, but we're slaves because we don't do the things together to free ourselves. Now, coming to that, let's talk about that. You said you do what? You do research before you what?
I vote. Yeah.
Now
I do vote. I'm one of those that I do vote. I advocate on voting. I do believe that voting can play a factor, but you got to know who you vote for. Period. Point blank. You can't just say, okay, well, because I'm a Democrat, I'm going to vote for a Democrat. Certain Democrats aren't meant for the office of what they're going for. And vice versa. Certain Republicans aren't meant to be in office as well, as far as the role of what they're going for. So do your read. There's some judges that don't deserve to hold a chair in judging. So yeah, definitely do your research. I would definitely say that.
So here's something I want everybody to do this year. True, you're included in this. I want, and you know what? No, we'll talk about this. I think we need, as Black folks, to have voting parties. What do I mean by that? We get together, we decipher things. You know, maybe you can have food, drinks, stuff like that. You know how like they have Super Bowl parties?
Are you talking about the Tupperware party for votes?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you have food, you have drinks, you decipher it together, you debate it together. It's like we're debating here, a voting party. I say that's what we need to do, because what happens is you get some people that vote just because who you vote for. Oh, all right, I'm gonna vote for him too. But you have no idea why you're voting for him.
That definitely does happen. But the whole point of why I brought what I brought up with is that the parties need to be eliminated. They all, in my opinion, there shouldn't be a Democrat side.
We need to go back to the
Republican side. It's just all one party. We vote for who we vote for. You know what I mean? As far as that, whether they're Republican or not, it doesn't matter. They all stand for the same.
So you know what I always said. You know I've said this before. We need to go back to how, I don't call them the founding fathers. I just call it the white men that were lucky in the beginning. Back to how they did it. you can't pick your vice president. Okay, whoever wins the election, they're president. Whoever doesn't win is vice president. Go back to that. You know what that will do? That will keep things honest. Because you know what we have in office right now? A president or vice president who don't even talk to themselves.
I actually do agree with that. I really do. Get rid of the parties. I wouldn't necessarily go to the extreme of what you said,
because you know what's
have somebody be nominated for a vice presidency, have somebody be nominated just like the Supreme Court, where you got to go through trial tribulation to earn that seat, supposedly. I think you should do an extensive screening process on who we should elect into office.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you now, screening don't work. We know that. Look, I go back to New York. The lieutenant governor that was appointed shouldn't have been appointed in the first place. So screening ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. That's just do it that way. You win president, you lose vice president. Now, reason being, because they'll keep each other honest. Because guess what? One's gonna call the other one. Oh, you're bull. No, that ain't true. You ain't say that. Look, we were having drinks the other night in the White House. Wow. Tootsie and Flootsie was over there dancing on the table. I mean, they weren't on the table dancing, but they were dancing on. Well,
stupid.
But while they were getting our dinner, you didn't say that. What you said was, and you know what? Like, oh yeah. Can I talk to you behind closed doors?
I mean, your idea isn't too far fetched. Keep it, in my opinion, it would keep everybody accountable.
Because the other thing right now, what's happening? What people wanted in the White House ain't happening. It's not happening. You can't tell me that y'all voted for what's happening right now. You voted for the people, but you didn't vote for what's happening. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody can sit there and say, I knew this would happen. No, nobody did. Nobody.
Well, folks, it's been another great episode. I'm glad that everybody tuned in. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Again, our thoughts, our prayers, our condolences to everybody in Brooklyn, New York that's going through this. We hope for a speedy recovery. We hope and wish that nothing for the best for you. But again, until next week, this has been a great episode of PD&J What's Good Today. And Pocket, what's your final thoughts?
God, next week we will not be.
Okay, next week, next week we are off next week. I forgot. It's our vacation week. Our producers are making us take a vacation.
So we will be back the following week. We'll probably just replay. You know what? How about this? We let them vote on what show they want us to replay next week.
Okay.
Yeah, let them vote. We'll play whatever show y'all pick is the one we'll replay for next week. But the following week, bet we're gonna have some stuff for y'all.
Well, like I said, folks, it's been a great episode of PD&J What's Good Today. 3, 2, 1, and we are done.
2 hearts came up. I only put 1, so that's interesting.